Check. Check 1 2. You got it? Check 1 2. Check 1 2 3. Amen.
Trustee Brooks. Good evening, sir. Good evening, Trustee Thompson. The attorney's running behind. Liz just got taken to the emergency room. Scott, the clerk is, yes. So I need a motion for Karen to take the minutes or the recording.
Well, June can take them. No.
She does pretty good. She got complimented too many times. Good evening, Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming out. Unfortunately, due to illness, our clerk will not be in attendance, and our attorney Fraser is running late, and Manager Scott has to be rushed to the emergency room. So we're going to start our meeting, and the attorney advised us to go ahead, and she'll be right on here. So with that, we'll elect someone from the board to take the minutes for today.
I move that Trustee...
Oh, I got to call to order.
Oh, okay.
This meeting is now called to order. Now you can, Ju.
I make a motion that Trustee Lewis perform as the secretary tonight.
Second by Brooks. All in favor? Any opposed? None? Thank you, Trustee Brooks. Thank you, Trustee Thompson. Trustee Lewis, roll call, please.
Trustee Lewis, I vote aye. Trustee Williams.
Here. Oh, I'm sorry, honey.
Trustee Jenkins Bell. You guys want to say?
Aye.
Trustee Fulcher.
Votes aye.
Trustee Thompson. Trustee Brooks.
Votes aye.
Mayor Rudez.
Let's please stand for our pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of America. Republic.
For which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Where am I?
Hey, come, it's going this way.
Item. Yeah, that we just did. Roll call. Oh, okay, now that was roll call.
Oh, you did, right.
It was a voice vote.
I did, yeah, so
Yeah.
I just wanted to correct, I thought that was the vote aye for
Yeah.
Trustee Lewis, but I am present.
Yeah.
I think she understood.
All right.
Because I heard Gina say, so I'm thinking same thing, right?
All right. Item D, business items. Item D1A, with the confirmation of the Park District Commissioners. Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Jenkins Mills. Questions?
Question.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you recognizing me for these
Yes,
questions?
ma'am.
Okay. Are you going to respect me tonight and not talk over me?
I'm going to answer your questions, yes.
Okay. Thank you. These are similar to the same questions I asked before. So when was the Park District Board seated? When were they seated? When were they seated?
Say again, Ms. Thompson.
When was the Park Board seated?
Some were done the 30th day of August, 2025. 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 October 2025. 10th of March, 2026. Those when they were seated. Those when they were
Okay.
officially sworn in.
How were they chosen?
They were appointed by myself.
Who is the corporate authority of University Park?
Pardon me?
Who's the corporate authority of University Park?
Well, trustee, you're a sitting trustee. You should know that.
I'm asking you for the record.
For the record,
Yes.
I'm going to abstain from that question. I'm the corporate authority for the Village of University Park.
But the village manager
She's a village manager.
we have a managerial form of government, correct?
Okay.
Okay. So they had a meeting, right?
Pardon me?
They had a meeting, right?
Who had a meeting?
The Park District Board, that's what I'm referring to.
Okay, well, you know what? You have to ask those members because I'm not a member of the Park
You
District
appointed
Board.
them, so you don't
Yes.
know?
Yes. Your FOIAs that you guys have requested have been answered. All the questions that you're asking now in public have been satisfied. The only thing that was not satisfied by the court system is that they weren't confirmed by the Board of Trustees, and which is why it's on the agenda tonight. Outside of that, anything else is irrelevant to the point. It has been done, it's authorized, it's fully funded. It's on your tax bill, it's on my tax bill, and it's on everyone's tax bill. So today is to confirm the officers that are
That was not the question I
appointed.
asked, please,
Well,
please.
I don't-
So we have a budget and a levy. We have a intergovernmental agreement. That implies that a meeting took place. Where was the meeting? When was the meeting? What was the date? Was it at the golf course?
You would have to get that information from the Park District. I think previously before, when they were here, all the meetings were legally posted. So
Where?
they were posted at their meeting place. So you'll have to do your own homework. I'm not here to do that for you. I'm the mayor of the Village of University Park. I had the ability to appoint the Park District. But questions regarding the Park District, you have to specifically, please ask them.
Well, you appointed the
I
commissioners.
did.
So I gotta assume you knew where they were meeting and when they were meeting, some of the details. You appointed them.
I certainly did.
Were any other residents allowed to?
It's a public meeting.
No, what I'm saying is, was any other residents?
And people, I would please ask you to be respectful and let's conduct ourselves like good, ordinary people, not be rude and holler out in the audience and make ourselves look bad. There's an opportunity at public section. I wish that you would please refrain and keep your questions, comments, your outbursts for that section specifically. And I'm going to ask that for both sides of the room because this is a business meeting and not the whatever crap that you guys want to make it to be.
So were any other residents given the opportunity to?
Any resident who wanted to attend could attend.
How would they have, apply to be
Again.
I'm talking, Mayor, I'm talking. Come on now, don't be disrespectful.
Okay, I'll let you talk because I don't have any answers for you. I'm not here to be questioned by you about the Park District.
Well, who would I ask the questions to? There's no Park District Board that exists, according to you. So, my recommendation is to table this and have a workshop Saturday. I'm available, so residents can come and we can ask questions to people that know the answers.
You can make your request if you please. I would prefer not because we've delayed and kicked the can down the road for the longest. It is time to get the community continuously moving forward. Either you can be a part of the problem or the solution. Here's the dividing line. So the Park District is here. If you don't have any way to help be a positive voice or to talk about facts instead of grandstanding in the political arena, I'm not for that. You have opportunity after opportunity to speak with me. Any single day, I'm available to you.
Okay,
so
Mayor.
I'm not here to be questioned
Okay, Mayor,
or
let me
grandstanding.
finish up. So,
Not tonight.
to my fellow trustees, if we do this, I don't know what's going to happen later. It might be some consequences because this is not done in order. It might be considered unethical. It might be considered official misconduct. So I urge you to think about what your vote is going to be. So maybe you might know this. So the ordinance for the Park District was 2025-003. So what was 2025-001 and 2025-002? What were those ordinances? Would you happen to know that? I'm speaking to you.
Park District question.
I yield my time for now.
Thank you so much. Next. Trustee Brooks.
Yes, Mayor. To express here in debate, the problem that I have with this is the process. I think we all up here know, and we all have heard over and over, the problem that I think any and everybody came about was when the tax bill came. Although we have been speaking about the Park District, when the tax bill finally came, paperwork has been distributed. And what we have realized was that the levy has been signed and approved as if the board had already existed. And there's a problem with that, because tonight the Board of Trustees are being asked to confirm something that was already done. And to me, I view it as we are correcting something that should have been done in the first place. It's impossible for 5, 6 members to sign off on a levy with Will County and start taxing the residents of University Park for the Park District. Sign off on it. And what I don't like is that, yes, this needs to be done, because the truth of the matter is that the funds will be here and dispersed on the 21st. And it has to be, quote unquote, legal body to receive that money. Right now, they're not considered a legal body. And so what's happening is that the Board of Trustees of University Park is being asked to make this confirmation of these Board of Trust or these Park District members, so that what was done is now legit. What I don't like about this is that Trustee Thompson did point to something that was very important, is that there could be a problem with this. And I feel that I myself, my duty is to protect the tax dollars, just like your job is to protect the tax dollars of the people of University Park. And voting for people, I know who Linda Rudez is. I know who Roosevelt Martin is. I know who Brandon Kyle is. And Robin Walker is freshly appointed as of recently. But my concern is, and I don't even think Robin Walker even knew, let me see. She didn't even know there was a levy done, because on here it says she was sworn in on the 10th of March, which that was what, 2 days ago?
No, this is May.
I'm sorry, okay, so I'm sorry, this is May. So yeah, she was sworn in, so she don't even know what happened. So there is a concern, and I expressed to the board greatly, because even whoever did this budget, when you look at the breakdown, 56% of it is mostly about salaries. And when you calculate for the kids, it was only like 3%. And the biggest problem with that is that would not look good in anyone's eyes. It wouldn't look good in the residents. It wouldn't look good us as trustees knowing this. And if you didn't know it, now you know it, of the 800. The attorneys, they're levied for $10,000. And I'm gonna be honest, they make that in one day dealing with us. The police that I seen on there was 12,000, and we know that's impossible. And I only struck on that because They will have the power to have their own police force, but I don't know no police officer that's going to work for $12,000 a year. So this is not a working document. This was the levy that was submitted to Will County. And I just would like to stress too with Will County, the question come in, do they have a building? No. Do they have an office? No. Do they rent or operate on any property in University Park? No. And then the last question that was on there was, when were they voted in? They were not voted in. And the biggest question that we're dealing with when it comes to court is that we're asking, should this been a 5-member or a 7-member? So my thing was, the whole thing was done wrong. Yes, the people voted. Yes, we hear it, but it's our job as legislators that if something is wrong, we have to address it, and it's our duty to protect the taxpayers of University Park. Now, moving forward, even with this, we're being asked to pay, and even though it's in working, we're asking to pay the insurance, the lawyers. When was last time? I mean, our audits are 2022. We're not even there to say that we are set. We're on the right path. We don't even know. We haven't even dispersed our TIF from TIF 5 over to the schools yet. We are not in order, like Trustee Thompson say. So I don't think we have to yell, scream, and shout tonight. It is plain and simple. A document was signed by the president, Linda Rudez, on the 17th of December, certifying a levy. We never appointed anybody back then. We never voted for it. Why are we doing it now? We should not be involved, number one, according to how when it is supposed to be when it comes to the formation of the parks. It's the truth. So in saying that, is that I'm putting it on record that we are two different entities. And for something like this, it didn't come from the advisory of this board. I take everyone up here to take it serious about when the levy was signed and why is it that a special meeting was called for today. Because the truth of the matter is that we're busy trying to fix something that should not have been done. That levy was signed. It was signed back then, and we're being asked to fix something here, to vote yes, to clear and say, well, the Board of Trustees okayed these 7 people, so it was okay for the levy. And the question will come in, if the authorities do look at it, the question will come in as trustees, you all did not know that a board that did not exist or that was not fully established had signed a levy hitting the taxpayers and receiving the money, and you all voted for it knowing that on the 21st of this month, they was going to receive that money. Because the question comes in is, if we all vote no tonight or put it back in the Park District hands, because the mayor made the appointments, not us. That's on him. It's not on us. Let the question with Will County and anybody else, the Attorney General office, let that come back on them. Don't let it come back on us. I'm not going to let it come back on me. And what I'm saying is that it's almost like signing a check and you're saying, okay, it's okay to do it after the fact because it's $800,000 that's about to be dispersed. And when you look at their budget, and if you looked at that levy, it's a bad levy. I'm sure Chris Mayor Bali know about it. I zipped through the minutes. Ms. Scott did answer on behalf of the board, of the Park District. Why? We have nothing to do with that. We have nothing to do with it. The correct answer was you have to talk to the Park District. Why are we too heavily involved with this Park District? If somebody want it, that's on them. But we can't sit here and then the moment is now that we need a confirmation and we say we don't have nothing to do with it. Because that's what I'm hearing. I don't know, talk to the Park District. But then we know good and well there's a great conflict. We have our lawyers involved. We have the finance people involved. And I'm sorry, it was said here that it was for the best of this village to have a Park District. And now that this levy is coming up, somebody has to answer the questions about the levy being signed without a board being established. I yield my time.
All right, anybody else? I'm sure, okay.
Yes.
You got your notes ready? All right, go ahead, trustee.
I have my comments, yes. As stated, under 70 ILCS 1205-2-2.1, if the district is governed by appointed commissioners, appointments are generally made by the mayor or the president with the advice and consent of the corporate authorities, which is the board. And that's if it was supposed to be an appointment process. But as again, like I stated, based off of the state statute, the petition was not created correctly. It did not have on the petition whether or not it should be elected or appointed. And because of that, it should automatically default to an elected commissioners, which is 5. And that's something that we're still working on as statutory. But even if this wasn't appointed, I didn't give any advice on any of these selections. Trustee Lewis, were you able to provide any advice on the selection of any of these appointees?
That would be a negative.
Trustee Williams, did you provide any advice on the selection of any of these appointees?
I did advise that I wanted Donzel.
Say it again.
I did advise that I thought Donzel Franklin would be excellent for the Park District.
Okay, but none of the ones that Mayor Rudez selected. Trustee Jenkins, did you provide any advice on any of the selections appointed by Mayor Rudez?
Yes, I did advise for Robin Walker.
Okay.
A park commissioner, yes.
So one of them, the last one, okay. Trustee Brooks, have you provided any advice?
None, no ma'am.
Trustee Thompson?
Absolutely not.
And I provided no advice. It states the advice and consent of the corporate authorities. And we know the past couple meetings since last year, the mayor has been stating that he doesn't need the board to do anything, right? He can appoint whoever he wants, and he doesn't need the board to do any confirmation, to do any approval. He can do it, he had the full authority. But now we see on the agenda, oh wow, now he needs the corporate authorities. So since you need the corporate authorities, you also have to apply the advice from the corporate authorities, which is this board. And as we stated, only one person on this list was advised by Trustee Jenkins, which was Robin Walker. Nobody else gave advice on any selection?
I did agree with Robin Walker.
I mean, you agree.
Yeah, I did agree.
That's fine for the agreement now.
We did.
But I'm just saying, as for the advice. So I didn't provide any advice, and majority, pretty much out of the 7 people, so far we only heard one person he gave advice to. I mean, that he received advice from. And that's not how things supposed to function. And that's where we continuously go back and forward, over and over, about how things are not being done correctly. This is the only thing that we're asking from this board, it's the mayor as well, is to do things based off of what the state statute states. And we just read it. And like I said, over and over, he kept, I don't have to, I don't have to, I don't need corporate authority, I don't need the board to approve anything, we don't need to, I've done everything correctly. But now you're asking us to approve a list of people. We have not received any resumes, any information on any of these individuals. I know personally I would have never selected Linda Rudez to be the president while you're the mayor. I haven't received any information on any of these people. So how is it that you want us to confirm your selection and you have not abided by what the state statute states, which is to give advice and then to ask for our consent? So for me, this is an absolutely no. There's no way, even though it's still set up incorrectly, but there's no way we should be agreeing to something where we did not have any advice or any input into the selection of the people. It's important that we make sure that who we do put in as Park District commissioners are qualified, understand what it's all about. And I saw the budget that was presented for the levy, and I don't know who put that together, but that's not a good budget. It doesn't account for anything. It's just some numbers that's put on there just to make sure you add up to 800,000. One of the positions as a director position for 100,000. This is a brand new park district. Who would start off at 100,000 for a director position? So the residents, any of you residents was a part of any of these park district board meetings? No, none of the residents are part of it. So there was secret meetings occurring where none of the residents, there were private meetings occurring at some location that none of the residents, none of the community, the board didn't even know. The mayor just said he doesn't even know, right? So nobody knows where the meetings were happening. Y'all was having multiple meetings, deciding on logos, which bank, how much a budget, posting a whole public hearing, and a whole levy. All of this was done without having the residents be able to provide any input, attend any meetings. That's disrespectful to the residents, to taxpayers. And so those appointees, I'm asking you all, do you think that's fair? No! I mean, yeah, it's not fair. It's not fair.
Mrs. Order, please. Just a second, please. Because we're not going to have that yelling out, and then we're going to just stop all the conversation. With next outburst will be leaving out and will not come back.
So let me continue, please.
And you're a liar.
For the appointees, which is the list of
Call the question. Let's go.
excuse me, the appointees, which is Linda Rudez, Roosevelt Martin, Williams Erdman, Dorothea Franklin, sorry.
Yes.
Brandon Kyle, Keegan Hudson, and Robin Walker. Did any of you all think that it was okay to have meetings where the residents were not a part of and continuously having meetings and making decisions on behalf of the taxpayers and not allow the taxpayers to be a part of the conversation? I don't think that's right. So as for the selection, if you thought it was okay to have meetings and not let the residents of University Park know and be aware of, I don't think that you're qualified to be a commissioner. It's not, I don't think you're qualified to be a commissioner if you were having meetings, multiple meetings, making decisions for the taxpayers with their tax dollars, and they were not in attendance. They knew nothing about it, no postings, nothing. So as for these selections, I say no. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, I seen Trustee Williams. Did you want to say something first? I just have a question.
Go ahead, Trustee. Trustee Brooks. I'm going to recognize Trustee Brooks first, and I'll let you go last. Go ahead, Trustee Brooks.
The last time when Attorney Wendell was here, he made it clear that those meetings were posted and that they were held at the golf course and that he was in attendance at them. Now, I didn't know about it, but he did confirm meetings were posted, just like meetings are posted for police and fire. I have no idea, I don't check the website for that. But he did mention the meetings had been posted, he gave the location, and he verified that he was in attendance at every one of those meetings. So that needs to be brought up. He's not here tonight. Maybe Attorney Frazier can speak to that, but he made sure that we knew he was at every single meeting and that those meetings were legally posted.
That was, you said Attorney Tillman. I think you said Wendell, right?
Well, the gentleman that was here.
Attorney Tillman stated that he was a part of those
Yeah, he was there.
meetings, but as for the posting, how are you posting at a facility at a golf club? Who knows to go to the golf club and go look on the window and see
Well,
if there's
he said that's where it was held at.
Right.
He didn't say that it wasn't posted other places. He just said that was the location of it.
I understand it was the location, but I'm saying if it's at that location, then they're going to post it on that window at that location. So whatever that location is, I don't golf, so I don't go there. So majority of the residents do not know to go to the golf club and look on the window to see if it's a park district. There's no website, there's no information, there's no address, there's no information for the residents to have, nor all the times that we have presented this at this board. It's been on the agenda maybe 5 or 6 times. Now, one time, did they say the location? They still didn't even say all the people of the meetings, what time the meetings were, and even for the golf club, he just said he was there at the golf club. When we asked him, is that where the meetings are always at? He wasn't able to confirm
No,
that.
he confirmed that. And
confirmed
just
that.
like we have people here tonight, they were called to come here. They were called to come here.
He was confirmed
They
that
were
he's
called
been.
to come here.
He confirmed that he was in attendance there, but I'm stating that as for residents, we know where board meetings occur. We are not going to the golf course to look on any building in this village to say, I'm gonna look on every window and every door in this village to see, could it be a meeting at this location? That is not something that the residents should have to do.
Trustee Brooks?
Yes, Mayor. Actually, this would be more towards asking a question about the levy. Did you know that the president, Linda Rudez, signed the levy and had a budget hearing?
I wasn't
Did
at
you know
that.
about it?
I was not at that meeting.
Were you aware that she signed it?
I said I was not at that meeting.
But you were aware that she signed it?
I was not at that meeting.
Trustee Lewis, were you aware about the $800,000 levy being signed by President Rudez, whatever?
I haven't attended any meeting for
Okay.
the Park District.
Trustee Williams, were you aware?
No, I was not.
Trustee Jenkins, did you know?
No, if this is a separate tax, I'm trying to get clear understanding
Right.
of what you're saying.
Right.
I'm trying to have clear understanding of what you're saying.
Right.
And what I'm trying to get is, if this is a separate taxing body.
Right.
And we are sitting here discussing among us what they need, why we can't question them, because that we need to talk to them directly. And if they've been having these meetings
Right.
and they are newly formed, then my question also is, Mrs. Trustee Fulcher did sue. She told us she was pro se in a lawsuit against, what was going on.
Right.
We don't know the outcome of that lawsuit, so what was it?
I can give the outcome is that it was dismissed. It wasn't dismissed based off of the statutory, based off of whether or not the park district was created correctly. It was only dismissed because the judge said that I filed into a closed case and I had to open up a separate case. So they couldn't make a decision within the closed case. It had to be a separate thing. The judge did not make no decision on anything that was put in there.
Now also, and I'm going to say this, when I'm looking at this, I'm looking at, wait 1 second. Let me go back to some notes. 1,338 residents voted yes, and 1,057, and I was one of them that said no. That is 56% to 44%. That's clear. That's clear. So if the residents of this village want this park district, whatever they're doing, and if they're not doing it correctly, they're gonna have to be held accountable for what they're not doing correctly, as they should. But the thing about this is we're going around these circles and around and around and around, and we need to be figuring out how to fix this, get it done, and put it to bed. And as far as I'm concerned, when I speak about these people that were appointed, Mr. Erdman has been in this village longer than all of us. Let the truth be told. Miss Alita has been very active with the children.
Right.
Miss Alita has been very active with the children. Doretha, I'm sorry, and also Robin and Mr. Brandon. All of them are involved in this community more than a lot of us that sit on this board. Let that be clear.
So
what I'm
trustee,
saying is we need to put this to bed, and I want the mayor to call the question. That's it.
Well, you may want the mayor to call the question, but I had the floor, and my question was, did you know about President Linda Rudez signing off on the...
How would I know if I'm not at
So
the
then
meeting?
that means you did not know. So my question comes, I know Trustee Fulcher, you're going to say no, you didn't know, and Trustee Thompson and I didn't know. My point tonight is that we were unaware of what was going on. But we're being asked to do something that we're not obligated to do. They were not fully established. They went out and they held meetings. We all know it's not a secret how they were formed. I don't understand, and I feel that this is facts. I don't care who did what in the community. Facts are facts. This is not me talking. This is facts. And if it comes that something is wrong, trustee, because you mentioned if there's investigation, and it comes out, I don't want the Village of University Park in the middle of anything. So because the Village of University Park, if we ain't got nothing to do with it, why are we voting for a confirmation on trustees of a park, or commissioners of a park district that was having a meeting, passed the levy, the taxpayers are being taxed right now, when they should, if this was going to happen, if they were supposed to do all this should have happened last year around August or whenever these people were confirmed. It should not be happening after the fact. I give you a prime example, trustee, because you was here the first time. Carvana. Why were we fixing Carvana?
Can we just stick to the agenda? Stick to the agenda. Carvana has nothing to do on this agenda.
I'm talking to Trustee Fulcher.
But I'm asking you to stick to the agenda.
I'm talking to Trustee Jenkins Bell.
Be respectful, please.
Just what we did, we had to do a resolution to fix that, and it's still not really fixed. So I feel like we're doing the same thing again, trustee. You and me been in this boat. The problem I have with this one is that taxpayer dollars are being distributed without our knowledge. That's what I'm afraid of. We did not know.
Okay.
We did not know. And
Let
that's
me
my only
ask you
point.
this.
He said he wasn't at the meeting, but that's his wife. He had to know.
But let me...
I yield my time.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let me ask you.
Okay, then I'm going to take, there's a motion in a second. Last one, let's do a roll call.
I ain't say about, she said that she had a comment.
Trustee, let me run this meeting, not you.
I'm just saying, because I still
don't
had a
need a
comment.
reminder.
I had a comment too. You don't have to rush it.
Go ahead, Trustee Jenkins.
My question is, when we're looking at the tax levy and we're looking at our tax bills, we know that the school district has the largest percentage of the bill. And I understand that you said so, but are you aware that when they were building the complex down the street, they fell behind, they didn't finish the renderings, and they had to turn around and attach an additional $1 million to the price of the sports field of whatever they have down there. We're down here arguing about our taxes, but that's the largest taxing body on our tax bill. So why are we not down there questioning them on what they've done? It's two separate issues, but money is money, and it's all green, and we're still paying out of our pockets. This is where we're at. I get it. I do get it. But does it make sense? Does it make sense not to move this village forward? Is the question.
Yeah.
That's the question.
Moving this, the item on the agenda is the confirmation of the commissioners. All this other stuff is irrelevant. It's about these commissioners, and that's what we're stating, that they should not, because they were not done, it was not done correctly. Put it out there so you can get the advice and the consent. The advice of this board, other than one person, because only one person was advised on out of the 7.
Who was the man?
So, who was the what?
Robin?
You said you all advised the mayor on Robin Walker.
Robin.
Yeah,
Okay, but it's a total of 7. So that out of the other people, this board did not give any advice on the selection. So we should not be confirming anybody, giving our consent, because we have not advised. We have no idea. That's what this is all about, is the people. That's wanting to be, the commissioners to be confirmed and to be voted on. So basically to be voted on to say, okay, they're good. No.
Attorney Frazier?
Steve Brooks.
Yeah, Attorney Frazier,
I'm ready. Let's go forward.
tonight what we're doing, wouldn't it have been better if we had put the horse before the cart and did this before they signed the levy and so forth?
With the Park District.
Okay.
I don't keep up with the meetings, what they need, so I am completely, I will be honest, I'm completely removed. I don't know anything about when the tax levy was signed. The only thing that you guys have on the agenda tonight is confirming the appointment of the commissioners. So you're not by doing that, you're not determining if the tax levy was right, if the meetings are posted like they're supposed to. That's not what you guys are concerned about tonight. I understand as trustees, that's what you have a right to be concerned about. I get that, absolutely, you do. But that's not what you're acting on tonight. And typically, Trustee Fulcher, advice and consent doesn't mean he has to call you and say, can you give me your advice on? Typically what that means is, I'm gonna throw some names out here, and then I'm gonna, you know what they are, and then we're gonna vote on them, because that's the consent part. If you have some suggestions, you should be giving them to him, and then he can make the, consideration on whether he wants to take the people you guys, suggest, or if he's going to take his own. But that is his authority to be able to make those selections. So he didn't do anything improper by placing the agendas. Legally, he did not do anything improper by placing these names, giving the names and placing them on the agenda, because now he's coming to the board and he's saying, these are the individuals that, he would like to confirm as the commissioners. Can you guys vote and tell me if you agree with me? Now, if you wanted to have a discussion about, I don't want to do this tonight, can we think about, Leslie, or can we think about Joe, or can we think about somebody else? And then he's like, well, if he wanted to make that decision to hold off, that's his decision to make, but it's completely his decision. So the only thing I do want everyone to understand is that this is D1A is simply confirming the appointment of the commissioners. I will be very honest, I can't speak to this levy, when it was signed, any postings for the meetings. I cannot speak to any of that, and I'm not.
But it has to be a board in order for them to receive that money, correct?
Well, yes, but it's.
And if we don't say yes tonight, they won't be a board, correct?
Well, then you don't have commissioners.
Exactly.
But here's the thing, and this is, I don't have a horse in the race, so I'm not trying to go one way or the other. But if the residents voted for it, I guess my concern is, why are we trying to delay so that it's functional? You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because that's what the residents have voted
Attorney
for.
Frazier, I think that's a misnomer.
Okay,
That's a misnomer. Let me get this out, Donna, before I forget.
Okay.
I think that's a misnomer. whatever the residents vote for, that's what we have to go with.
Right.
But time after time after time, things are being done out of order. Like a levy and a budget are supposed to have a public hearing. So how many times do we have to just say okay for things that are done out of the regular order? That's the problem. It's not the problem that the people voted. That's fine. But it was a way to do it, and it's done wrong. So at some point, you got to put your foot down.
And that's why I'm saying to you, I can't confirm that it's done wrong. I'm not saying you're lying. I'm just saying that I don't have that personal knowledge that it was done wrong. Only thing I know is what I see right here tonight, and that's the confirmation of the appointment of the Park District Commissioner. You understand? So,
and I wanted to just respond to Attorney Frazier, because you said that he gave us a list. We could have gave information. We have. We tried to do that. But like I stated earlier, every meeting, and I believe you were in attendance for some of these meetings, board meetings, where it was stated that I would like to put it out there for the residents to be able to apply or put some information in, because we have a lot of qualified residents here in University Park that might be interested in being on a Park District Commissioner who could be qualified. I said that multiple times, and how many times, each time that I stated that, the mayor said, no, I get to choose, no one else can, you can't provide any advice, I don't want any of your information, I don't want any of your advice, I don't want to talk to anybody, I'm going to pick the people myself. That's what was said over and over and over again. So like you stated, yeah, he can give the list and he can get the advice, but okay, we're just seeing this, first off, as of right now, and I tried multiple times to say, let's get other residents, there's other residents out there, and each time the mayor says, no, I'm picking them, and you have nothing to do with it.
I don't recall.
That's what's, huh?
I didn't recall.
Oh, you recall it, because he said it at the last one to say that, no, he is the mayor, he gets to appoint the people he wants, and he doesn't have to get the board's approval. How many times have he said he does not have to get the board's approval?
I heard that part.
That's the same.
Let's have order, please. Trustee Brooks, did we have a motion?
When he said he doesn't get the board's approval, that means that's not getting the board's advice, not listening to any of that. Like I said, I put it out there multiple times. Let's get other residents, let them be able to apply, and that never happened.
Okay, but we've been talking about Park District for a lengthy time.
Yes.
And no one has come forward and said, like I did, I wanted Donzel Franklin. We've been talking about it. So if you had someone in mind, why not bring that person forward?
Didn't I just say that there was people and he said no, that he is the one? He said it multiple times. So stop acting like this.
He didn't say no.
This is brand new. Yes. Stop
he
acting.
didn't say no to Donzel.
So,
Let's have order, please, council.
yeah, so Mayor, I didn't finish my time with Felicia Frazier on some of the questions. And thank you, Attorney Frazier, because my point was made. My point is that if we don't vote tonight, there is no commission to accept that money. So it has to be done tonight. And that was the point I was trying to make to Trustee Jenkins, is that there are times that things are done backwards on this board, and we're turning around and fixing things. And right now, I'm saying that there's an issue with how this board was formed. There will be, when it comes to court case, it will be a court case after today. At the end of the day, even though we received, and I seen the letter that Elizabeth Scott, after a resident did a FOIA, she did a FOIA, she wanted to know the minutes, everything, and the mayor is correct, we all received it over the weekend. So that was the most information I ever received about the Park District. But when a complaint was done by a trustee, Mr. Olderson, okay, well, Trustee Thompson did a complaint to the Attorney General. Here it is that the big man himself said that there was no public meeting of any public body with respect to the first-time appointees of the commissioners, and that was said on April 14th. So that's conflicting of what's being said. And so what I'm saying is, we need to keep our feet out of whatever the park district is doing. If they need a confirmation, or if they want board members, if it's a judge, let the judge elect it, or if the judge says that Mayor Rudez can make the appointments with the consent of the board, let it happen. But I think tonight, we're about to make a mistake, because based upon, and I don't care who you know, it's not about who you know. Because I talked to one of the commissioners yesterday, and again, I don't have a problem with her being on the commission. The problem come in, it was the process, period. But this letter is simply say that they never had a meeting, but we received a ton of public hearing, whatever these documents, when the resident did a FOIA, and our village manager, on behalf of the park district, addressed it, this lady, and that's not her job either. I think we need to keep our foot out of this park district. The most we can do is if it's the mayor does the appointments, that's fine. Because my question come in, did any of them say who's going to be this executive that's going to make $100,000 a year? Anybody know? See, we're about to say okay to something that they're going to get on the 21st of May. 56% of this money is going to be top heavy, and the residents are going to remember those trustees who said yes tonight. And I yield my time.
Thank you. Trustee Brooks, roll call, please.
Brooks over there.
Call roll, call him. Call him. Oh, we got. This is on the motion and the second.
Confirmation.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Trustee Lewis votes aye. Trustee Williams.
Vote aye to confirmation.
Trustee Jenkins Bell.
Both sides to a confirmation.
Trustee Fulcher.
Votes no.
Trustee Thompson.
Absolutely not.
Trustee Brooks.
Make sure you write this, hell no.
Hell no it is.
No, just like the Amazon.
Mayor Rudez.
Votes aye for the confirmation. Thank you. Thank you. Order, please. The next,
Mayor, confirmation confirmed.
all right. Next item is D1B, contract renewal for 2026 lawn maintenance with Greenfields Lawn Care. Moved by Trustee Brooks. Second by Lewis.
Second.
Roll call. Yes, sir.
So is this was only because I seen in February, this was only because the contract, we were just behind on it, we missed, okay, that's all. And I just want to continue to say, for him to continue to do a good job as he do take care of us in the building, the village. Thank you. If he's here, is he here today?
No.
He was? There
Yes,
you go.
there he is in the back.
Thank you. We love you. Continue to do the good job for our village.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thank you. So, roll call. Trustee.
Votes aye. Trustee Williams.
Vote aye.
Trustee Jenkins Bell. Trustee Fulcher.
Votes aye.
Trustee Thompson.
Aye.
Trustee Brooks.
Absolutely aye.
Mayor.
Votes aye.
Mayor.
Thank you so much. We got the public comment section. We've got 3 minutes a person for public comments with a total of 30 minutes in public comments. Vivian Covington.
Right now. What's gonna be on that thing?
Good evening.
We can't hear you.
Good evening. Good evening. Do you hear me? Thank you. I'm very disappointed. Remember who voted next election. I'm very upset about this. Who's going to be the president of this board? Who's going to be the director of this fictitious board? I'm very upset about it. It said it would cost us a six-pack of beer. I was told that the attorney didn't know anything. So how is it that the attorney didn't know anything and said they never had a meeting, but yet there are meetings anyway? This is unbelievable. People are being taxed, going to be taxed out of their homes. Again, who is the president of the park district? Who's going to get this $100,000? No, baby. No, no, you won't. No, thank you very much, but no thank you. I know who is, but that's okay. This is going to be, you think this was something? You wait until they really levy. Residents, wait until they really levy and see what's going to happen to you. I cannot afford this. It was $200 on mine. Now that they can, now I guess everybody get like health insurance. They couldn't get it before. I'm very annoyed. It's the sunshine laws that they did not. Maybe they need a copy of the sunshine laws. You fooled me once. You're not going to do it again. Know who you're putting in office. Understand the sunshine laws. Understand the sunshine laws. It's apparent that these people need training. They don't know what's going on. It's a conflict of interest. And where's our money? I talked to Mr. Alpine today, and he moved. He said, I'm not going to be underwater. He sold his house. And a lot of people are not going to be able to sell their homes. They're going to walk away. Because if it's $200 now for my taxes, plus they also have a pension. These are people who haven't worked for years. Do your homework, residents. Do your homework. Check these people out. Check this board out. See what they're doing. Do things in order, and God will see it all. Believe me, God looks at all of this. And we are, and you talk about us being, you're speaking when I'm speaking. So I remember back when they started this crap, if it's at the golf course, because one of our trustees caught them at the golf course, they cannot use our facilities. Can the school district just come and have a meeting? Can the library board just come and have a meeting wherever they want? This is unethical. People, wake up.
Thank you.
The school board has a building.
Thank you so much. Miss Millie. Thanks for that water.
$2018. Hello, everybody. I'm very disappointed in your half-assed decision on what you have done to the residents here, including yourselves. Oh, my bad. There's a couple of trustees. Rumor has it, it's alleged that let me just leave that alone for now. Only thing I have to say, because I'm totally speechless, Joe, you are Trump's brother from another mother.
Thank you so much for your kind comments this evening. Sheila Hall. No Sheila Hall. Marcus Hall, probably just signed in. Sharice Williams. Sharice Williams here? Oh, she's in the corner over there. Okay.
Nothing.
Mayor, board, attending members, I have a couple of things. I'm not concerned with the process, because I think the process is going to weigh itself out one way or the other. What has to happen has to happen. Okay, the residents said we want a park district. That's great. What I heard tonight trumped all the comments that I had, which is questionable. Trustee Brooks asked the lawyer, if you didn't do this tonight, would there be a board? And then the answer was no. So my head goes, if it's not a board, how did they meet, how did they vote, and how did they put a levy out, and how is that legal? You know what I mean? So I have to ask the attorney, is that legal?
It said was a board of commissioners, and so that's what they're required to have, are the board of commissioners. And so that's why I said, if they don't vote tonight on the board of commissioners, they don't technically have the board of commissioners.
So then if they don't technically have a board of commissioners, can they act?
I don't know that they were doing that.
I understand. Okay? So I had a lot of questions. So my thing about the levy was, if you all did the math correctly, he was correct when he said that the cost of a pack of beer per month at $880,000 per year for 8,000 properties. If you do it equally, but all properties are not created equal and values are not created equal. So some people are going to have a heavier burden than others. I will just admit, by me having more than one property, my property, the property that I live in, was only $88. So it's negligible for me. So I'm like speaking for everybody else. However, if that levy increases 3%, because let's see over 5 years, then that's $123 per unit. Right now it's at $110 per unit per year. 5% increase is $133. That is the only time it has to come to a vote for the residents. That makes it hard. So the only thing I'm asking from this board is to ask for that board to have the decency to have us vote for an increase that's going to affect us again if they decide to levy higher than what they have levied at this point. I just think that's fair. I'm sorry, I'm going to go 2 seconds and something else. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Mr. Williams. I got to be fair with everyone. Your
I got
3 minutes
you.
is up.
Huh?
There's no
Thank
such
you.
thing. I apologize. We don't pass on.
It's not even on the levy.
Thank you so much. Mick Stevens? Was it Keith Griffin?
Good evening, board. In talking about the levy, in talking about the Park District, when I first heard about it, I wasn't sure. So I talked to Mr. Odelson about it, and he said that the way it was written up, the way that the referendum read, the mayor had the right to appoint the first board. Now, that's the way the levy was written. That's the way it was. The residents voted on that. Well, it voted on the levy. That's the way it was written. It was voted like that. I talked to the attorney. He stated it was. You have a problem with that? Talk to the attorney. Now, I'm only reporting or saying what he told me, that it was written like that, so the mayor had the right to appoint the first board. That being said, board, I'm hoping that you take into consideration, you cannot count another man's money. You don't know what a person can afford. You cannot understand another person's circumstances. You don't know what they can afford. So I'm hoping that these raises, maybe you can make an adjustment. And these levies, I hope these levies will stay in line, because if you raising 3% and 4% a year, that's going to kill a lot of people. I'm just saying, if you have to raise levies, it should be minute, or make an adjustment. However you make an adjustment, it should be less of a burden on the taxpayers. That's what I'm saying. Thank you.
Thank you. So I've got 2 public comment sheets. Were they both intended for the special meeting, or was one intended for the regular cow meeting? You asking us? Okay, then. That concludes our general public comments. To continue, to conclude our... What's that name?
Somebody crossed off last time.
Mrs. Conway, I do see Miss Conway. Miss Conway? This is still a special meeting, yes. And is that Mick Stevens? Okay.
We're gonna talk about something else besides this crazy park district, because our children need someplace to play. Good evening, everybody. I'm here on behalf of Thornwood House. We at Thornwood House do not understand a lot of what's going on in our community. This community was broken for a long time. Now you are fixing it, mending it slowly by bringing jobs, business, improving our economy, and making our community strong again. We thank you for that. We don't understand what has happened to professional courtesy, especially with the people in leadership. Elected officers, please, please pull together for our community. That is what is important. There are people who are working to improve University Park. Why are people fighting the good that is being done? This is not a very good example for the younger people that's coming up behind you. They're watching you. They may not be here, but they're on that television watching. We at Thornwood House need help. There has been only 4 people from this board that has really paid any attention to us. And I thank you, Ms. Williams, Ms. Bell, and Mayor, and Ms. Scott's not here. You act like we don't exist. We do. We realize that that is a privately owned building, but we are still residents of University Park and citizens of the United States. We are adults, and we want to be treated as such. We will demand our rights. We are asking the board here to please take the time to really understand that renters matter. We are renters, we vote, we pay taxes. Some renters do not have a direct water bill, but it is prorated in our rent. So you're still getting the money for the water out of our pockets. If you think or feel that renters don't matter, we will show you during election time that we do count. We will support. And I'm not just talking about Thornwood House, because believe it or not, some of them people in the wheelchairs and on the walkers said they'll canvass the whole community. We will support.
Miss, I'm sorry.
My time up?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But we will support the individuals that is looking for us. And if you don't think renters count, wait till we vote.
Thank you. Thank you. The last person is Mick G.
How you doing, Mr. Mayor, staff, trustees? First of all, I'd like to say, Mr. Mayor, trustees, I think y'all doing a tremendous job. Trustee Brooks, Fulcher. A few things I sit back and I observe need to be ironed out, you know, such as a classic case of crawl, walk, run. Crawl, walk, run. We have to start off as babies. Sometimes we can't just say, because I didn't get picked, give me my basketball. Nobody playing. Give me my rope, because I can't jump first. I understand, I sit back, Ms. Fulcher, and I listen to your concerns about wanting your people on the board. They gonna get there. Be patient. Brooks, I understand your views about the people, so you speak politics, you very firm about it. Your voice is heard. Give my man a chance. Hey, we see old mayors in here that did old ways. You know, bring America, make America great again, make University Park great again. We hear you. It's this man's turn, you know what I'm saying? It's things that we hear out here in the public that I feel like y'all can sit down and y'all can talk about over lunch. We shouldn't even hear about a lot of this stuff. I have grandchildren in this community. I have children in this community. I have mothers in this community that would love to walk dogs in parks, play in parks, water slides. I think it'll bring a sense of revenue to the community. Y'all talk about taxes going up. The mayor live right here. His taxes going up too. So let's get some understanding and some clarity about that. I see concerns about where this $100,000 may go to. Let it go to let's vote the ex-mayor in. Let her get it and fund and do whatever else, since her voice wants to be heard. You know what I'm saying? It's time for us to pull together, because really the United States is in a shamble right now. The administration that we got behind not only messed up the United States, I'm looking at the news. China can't get gas and oil. It's a lot of people that can't get oil because of this administration. It's time for us. We got a community here of us to stand up, come together. Let's quit the tug of war, man. Y'all get together and y'all pull this off, man. We only got a couple years to do it, and after you do it right, your people come in and do it right. His people come in and do it right. Her people come in and do it right. So let's pull together and stop this tug of war, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
All right.
Jesus. So we're going to make a motion to adjourn. Then we got to go into the next meeting. We're going into the next meeting. Yes.
Second.
There's a motion. Mrs. Walker, this is the last one, and let's go. And then you won't have it at the next meeting.
I signed for both the special and the other meeting.
She signed up, okay.
I needed to know and to ask, can we please, because I'm tired of hearing everybody say, because I know for 3 meetings I've been here, and not consecutively, we have been on that agenda to be acknowledged, to be announced and introduced. I don't want people to keep saying they don't know who the board is, and it's on the agenda each time. Can we please be introduced so that they can know and give them our information so they can contact us so we can start working? That's all I wanted to say right now.
Thank you so much.
List.
There's a motion and a second for adjournment. Roll call, my sister Lewis. All in favor?
All in favor.
Opposed?
None.
We're going to take a 5-minute recess, and we're going to go right back into the next COW meeting, and then we'll get out of here. 5-minute recess, and then we'll continue with our public comments for those who didn't get called in this one. let's. Good evening. This meeting is now called to order. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Okay, Mayor, the time is 8:19. Trustee Lewis, present. Trustee Williams. Here. Trustee Jenkins-Bell. Trustee Fulcher.
Present.
Trustee Thompson.
Present.
Trustee Brooks. Mayor Rudez.
I'm here. Let us stand for our Pledge of Allegiance one more time. Yes. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we got item 518 is a discussion of adoption of Lexi Pool policy system for University Park Police Department. That's item 51A and 51B can be considered as both of those together. Any questions on those items, Brooks?
Yeah, what are they?
Go ahead.
Yeah, the question is, what does it all consist of?
Chief? Thank you, Donna. Trustee.
Hi, good
No,
evening.
I said,
You say it's combined? Okay.
They're actually two separate things. What Lexapol is, police departments, we live or die by our policies. Villages and towns, when it comes to liability, when it comes to civil litigations, they live or die by our policies. What Lexapol is, it's a policy team, and they basically keep all of our policies up to date. You know, with any laws that change, any procedures that change, they keep everything updated. That way the officers will always have the most current version. We have training through Lexapol. That way they can be trained through all their department policies. And it's more stringent than we can do on our own, because they keep everything into accountability. Any laws that change, they automatically will contact us. Due to the recent changes in laws, it's going to affect all of these policies. We're making these changes to make sure you guys are staying in accord, staying in compliance with the state and federal requirements. It basically is a tool to help reduce liability for the police department and to also reduce the liability of the town, because it holds everyone accountable, and we know everything is going to be current and it's going to be adhered to by state. That's what Lexapol is. Fortress, to kind of give you I'm sorry, go ahead.
So for the Lexipol, the officers will go and do training?
Yes, they have. Lexapol has what's called daily training bulletins. So every day, the officers will have a certain policy that they have to review, and they have to quiz, they have to train on, they have to acknowledge all the policies that they understand them. And this way, instead of them just looking at them when they need to, they're kind of being forced to look at them on a daily basis, which is good for them because it makes them more knowledgeable of what their policies are. And it lets them know whatever changes are made within the state, so they know that they need to act accordingly.
Is this training tracked, or are they mandatory to do this training so many hours? How does that work?
Yes, we can track it through Lexapol. We know who has the training, who has not done the training. We can incorporate it, into our monthly training, which we can do for the department, which we will do, because we need to make sure that our officers on the street are as informed and as current as possible within any policy, within any laws that may have changed.
Okay, and this is what they'll be doing when they're on duty?
Yes, they can do it on duty, they can do it off duty because it's web-based. If they're in the squad car and they're not sure, they can look it up in the squad in real time, but that way they can review before they have to make any type of actions. So it's been around for a long time. Most departments are going through Lexapol now because it keeps everybody within compliance and it keeps everybody a little safer when it comes to litigation and liability.
If they do it off-duty, is that just off-duty on their own time, or is that something that's supposed to be, they're compensated for?
Okay. Well, there's no compensation in that. They can do it on their own time, and just like roll call training, we can pull it up in roll call training, take care of your Lexapol, and that's part of their daily activities also. So there will be no overtime cost or anything incurred for them
Okay,
to
so
do
no
that.
cost for them to
Yes.
be doing it outside?
Yes.
Okay. On the contract, it's just for the renewal, it just said like the mayor and the village manager. I would like for that to be amended to make sure it's added where the board gives the approval. Attorney Frazier, for for the first one, just this, Lexipo, 51A. So the board can, for the approval, the renewal, amendments, any changes that the board has to give their approval. Reviews, approval, final policy.
Any other?
Yes. So Chief, does this Lexipol system like give you a flag if officers don't do the training, since it's part of it is voluntary? Will it flag them?
Yes.
Like on my job, if we don't, then it flags to my supervisor.
Yes, it can be set up whereas I can be notified with officers that have not completed their necessary training, and then I can approach them and have them completed, or I can start a discipline process if need be, but it will alert me if someone does not do their training.
Okay, thank you.
So, Chief, it's supposed to be updated. I'm making sure I'm reading it right. Departmental policies?
Yes, we're going to be updating all of the departmental policies because a lot of the policies have been around for an extended period of time, so we're going to update every single policy to make sure everything is in compliance.
And what was the company? I'm trying to think real hard. We had the company in here since 2018, I want to say. 2017, 2018, whatever. What was the last status of them, or you have no idea? If you just don't know, just say it.
I'm not sure what the actually last date is, but the couple I have gone through, they're between 8 to 9 years old, policy-wise, date-wise.
Wow. Chief, that was, they're that old? They're 8 or 9 years old?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a company that we hired that does the same thing. I'm assuming the contract must have ran out, and it's just, again, and really to be honest, police is constantly changing. You know, halfway through my career, I went from answering the walkie-talkie to punching the computer to answer a call. I mean, Chief will tell you, but it's so I just wanted to make sure that that company, if they're gone, then we're making the right decision. I just want to make sure they're out the house. They're gone. But if it's 8, 9, yeah, the whole company should be gone. I think the last one was under Wilson and Pate, and that tells you that that was about 9-10 years ago, if I'm not mistaken.
That wasn't those agents, right?
No. This is the company. Okay. So it's a company come in to take care of your policies and so forth.
Like an overview.
Yes, they were supposed to rewrite everything. So
yeah.
Chief said that nothing has really been touched for almost 8 years. That's about the last time I remember that contract running out. So I just wanted to see, did we keep that contract going or did it run out? But apparently it ran out. Mitchell didn't even renew it. So, you know, we're making a good choice.
All right.
Yeah. I yield my time.
All right, we good?
Yeah.
We go to item 1B as well, or we want to discuss that?
Is that the...
That's the discussion of approval for Fortress Plus Solutions for the evidence room inventory?
Yes, so my question, he's gone. I mean, Sergeant Murphy was the administrative sergeant then, and I know he was working on it. Chief, how was that inventory room when you were in there, when you checked it out?
When I check it out, there are a lot of things in disarray. There are a lot of guns that haven't been tagged and ran. There's a lot of evidence that hasn't been appropriately recorded. There's evidence that I found around the station in evidence bags that dated back to 2015.
Oh my
so
God.
That's why I'm asking for a forensic audit, you know, so we can have a baseline, so we can reorganize and we can have a count of every single thing that we have in our station.
And I just want to share with the board, that was around 20, 2015, when I was chairman of the Police and Fire Commission, that I did have that opportunity to walk in there, and I believe that was the last time it was actually decent. It was, when I walked in there, it was evidence bag, and I'm telling you that's bad because I've seen it. You make rape kits, all that, all over the place, and they cleaned it up. And I think it did kind of get out of order, and that's something that we definitely don't ever want to, have. And Chief will tell you, state may come in and take a look, and it looks bad on the village, it looks bad on us. So thank you, Chief. I did see that.
Yes, sir.
I see the public safety director. He ordered this, correct? May 6th.
Yes, it's going to be on May 6th. We talked. He contacted Fortress. And we're going to, and hopefully upon approval at the next meeting, we can get this and get Lexapol and get everything started so we can try to get some accountability and get things back in place.
Do we have an idea how they have data entry? How did they give just any details of how it worked?
Well, they would go in and they would reorganize the entire evidence room.
Okay.
They would check every single case, and everything that needs to be entered would be entered. If there's any discrepancies, then they'll do the report, and then they'll contact me or the safety director and let us know these are some of the discrepancies that we found that we need to address.
Okay. Are they going to do data entry by log, or are we going to go computer? And if we go computer, is it anything that we won't be held hostage to, such as, if we don't pay a fee or something,
No, everything's going to be keyed in. We have an evidence system called Beast.
Okay.
And everything's going to be put in Beast, and that's our system. That's nothing they can hold over our heads. That's the evidence system that we use.
Okay, great. I yield my time, Mayor.
All right, anybody else, other questions? We're going to advance the first two items on. Item 5.1c, discussion of motion to authorize University Park District Board to hold its regular and special meetings at any municipal-owned building within the village, provided that such does not conflict with previous scheduled meetings or official functions of other governmental bodies.
Mayor?
I'm listening to you, sir.
I think that for this discussion, I think we can hold off until the board is here, and we can have a discussion with those commissioners. Because at the end of the day, this is still similar to what's going to come in the intergovernmental agreement. I know we had the discussion about it, but I think tonight the comment was made that we're two separate boards. In order for them to function, it clearly has to function with the Board of Trustees agreeing to it. I think that if they're going to start being in our facilities, they're going to be picking up $800,000 this year. They need to start paying. If they don't want to pay, they can go to the library. I seen somewhere on one of their minutes that they post. Well, I mean, they can come to the library. That was just saying, just the public meetings.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, they can use it.
These are residents just like everyone else, and I'm quite sure they have the ability to rent out the 90 Town Center or whatever other facility deemed necessary. And if you want to talk about transparency, now they're trying to get in a space where there's opportunity.
How you know?
Because I know that. Because that's why I put it on the agenda. I put it on the agenda.
I got to giggle a little bit. But yeah, no, listen, man, let them come. Let them come and talk about it. You said they're not here, they're not
Anybody
here.
else got any questions regarding that?
Yeah, when they come, we can talk about it.
If it's space on the calendar and it's available, we got to start from somewhere. We can't keep these.
Yeah.
Let's get that together.
Right. They can't keep getting their hands tied where they
chose
can't
it.
function.
That's on them.
Because I talked to two of the people that want to start their program. I had them here before, Amy Nickerson, Maya Hightower, where they want to do a lot of things with the young people as far as life lessons, credit cards, building their credit, doing those type of things. And they're ready to rock and roll. So if we have space or a room where we can let them be in to get the young people together and do something, I don't want to keep putting it off. I think that time is now, it seems like we just want to tie people's hands when they're trying to do something good for the young people, and we need that. Just like we got baseball organizations, other things, why can't we let them come forward and do that? So I'm for it, that's all I'm gonna say.
So trustee, I hear you, but it's the discussion to motion to authorize the University Park District to hold regular and special meetings at any municipal-owned building within this village, provided that it doesn't conflict with scheduled meetings and other official functions.
Right.
Again, here we go. That would be in the intergovernmental agreement. That's my point.
That's fine.
I don't disagree with you, because see, in a way they can say we're going up to Regal Farm. Regal Farm belong to some babies, and if a trustee have an issue about Regal Farm, and I mean, it's going to become where they're stepping over us. We have to give them permission. It's an intergovernmental agreement discussion. So let's make that an intergovernmental agreement discussion.
There's two separate things. Let's just keep saying.
No, it's not. That's an intergovernmental agreement. Man, am I lying?
Listen,
Ask Felicia
do you guys want to move it on or not?
It's an intergovernmental agreement.
Well, hold on, it's still things that I feel that we should be, it should be a part of, like the liability. We haven't addressed anything about the liability, the insurance, with any of this stuff. I'm just saying, a part of whatever agreement, whatever facility that if it was decided for them to use, we need to know how they're gonna cover with the liability, insurance, and also, I don't think it should be every facility. We should say which particular facilities. First off, it shouldn't be any government building that they want to. It should be one particular building so the residents would know exactly where the meetings would be held.
And that's
I feel that's how it should be.
That's fine, because last year you wanted to do a summer program. You wanted to use
I'm
this
talking
room.
about
You wanted to use
something
the middle
different.
school. But I'm just saying, you were suggesting this. You got the calendar to see if we had dates available. There was no conflict about that. I can't see why they can't do the same thing if they want to use this room and it's not scheduled for anyone else. Why can't they use it? This is productive. This is something for the young people.
You're saying something. I just said, you're not even listening to what I'm saying.
I'm listening
No,
to
you
the
didn't,
fact
because
that
I
you all are
said
pushing
we need to determine which particular facilities for them to use, that they should not use every facility, that it should be one if it was agreed upon, so the residents can know exactly where the meetings would be and it's not switched over.
I agree with that.
As for the insurance, that is responsible. We have to make sure that they have insurance and there's some type of liability. Those are the two things I said. You bringing up something that nothing that I stated.
We were trying to do last year, and they're trying to use this room, if it's available, for the days that they would like to conduct their classes. I'm saying I don't see a problem with that. If it's available and they have their program together, let's rock and roll. Stop the madness.
And that's what I'm saying with the agreement. It should be something. It's just on, they could use any facility. No, it should be where if we was to do that, it should be which facilities. It's not every facility. It's which facility that we're willing to use. And that's what I'm stating. So what you're bringing up is something, I don't know what you're bringing up.
If you guys have questions about insurance, that's a valid question, then I think you should, Mayor, just maybe have the village manager to look into that, just before the next meeting, and then that way you'll know, like, okay,
Yeah, it's insurance, liability, it's our risk. It's the village's risk to have people come in, a park district come in and use it, so yes.
Thank you. Trustee Thompson.
Thank you, Mayor. Actually, 51C does not say anything about any programs. It's talking about scheduled meetings. Let me see. Scheduled meetings or official functions, so I guess that would be a program. But I don't understand what the extra discussion is about when there's nothing wrong with having a discussion about it, that's all. It's not saying it can't happen. It's just saying it needs more discussion so we can be responsible.
Yes,
Okay,
let's do it.
thank you. All right.
But Felicia, am I correct? This here really is nothing but a little bitty piece, a bite out of the IGA that they have been asking for.
You can definitely put it in an IGA, but there's
Right.
nothing that would prohibit you from having it on your own. Now, the only thing that you may be thinking is, well, there are other pieces to it, like the insurance component, or so if you want to include it in the IGA, the board can, but yeah, it's not.
Because, tell me, am I right? The village is not obligated to the park district. What I don't like is that they are a separate taxing body.
But that's why it's on here, because
Right.
we as a board understand that we're two different entities.
Right.
And so if you want to use our facilities for a function, a meeting, then you've got to, that's the discussion that we as a board have, well, you as a board have to have.
Who came to you, Mayor, to put it on the agenda?
I did, because they need a place to meet. I make the agenda. And Brooks, what difference does all that make? Either
Because you just got through saying the special
Listen.
meeting. I don't know. I don't know.
Wait,
I don't know. I don't know. You talking to the wrong guy. You don't know.
Come on, let's grow up, man.
I am. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Let's grow up. You
didn't say that, Mayor.
You know who sets the agenda.
You didn't say that. You didn't say that.
I'm not to debate with you, sir.
I'm not debating, Mayor.
You know
It's
who
just-
sets the agenda.
But Mayor, I'm just saying that was the point that we were just saying that if they sit it, if it was one of them, have them come sit in here and we discuss it. But it's part of it was in the IGA anyway. So I'm like, why would we take a piece of something that was in the IGA and put it in the cow?
It's like in track, they get a head start, then you catch up with the baton.
Lord.
Don't stop the race. Okay.
Man, when you grow up.
Item 51D, which is a presentation by Moni Township Supervisor Donna Deckburn of 2026 University Park Scholarship recipients.
Thank you. Is this on? Is this on? Oh, good, good. I have good things to say.
He has good things to say.
Great. I do have good things to say. I have just come from the Crete-Monee High School where I have given out our scholarships for the year. This year, I gave out $18,000 in scholarships. $18,000. 6 of them were new scholarships, 5 to Crete-Monee students and 1 to a homeschooled person. They were University Park graduating seniors, which is the requirement for our scholarships. The remaining 12 went to students that asked for renewal of their scholarships that they've received over the last 2 or 3 or 4 years. And it's just amazing the amount, and this is probably the most renewals I've had in 1 year, and that just shows you there's a need out there. And so it kind of reversed itself. Last year, I think I gave out 12 new scholarships and renewed 6. So you just never know what you're going to have. But I think you each have a list in your packet of the scholarships that we gave out. And the one thing I do want to point out is that the companies that in our industrial park, and then also I also go to our vendors. And like the John Kasparek Company is an accounting firm for the village, and they gave $1,000. Which is nice. And so I was able to have one of their employees came tonight and was able to give their scholarship in their name to the person. Then also gave a little swag bag with some t-shirts and stuff like that. So, right, it was really cool on that. But I do just want to read the names of the sponsors, because it's important that we know who is sponsoring. And then I'll talk again about the legal departments that never sponsor. I mean, I might get $100 from Montana, but the ones that are, doing the TIFs and doing the regular things. We did not get a dime this year, last year, so I'm really bringing that up again. But Budrick Truck Lines in University Park, the John Kasperick Company, Faith Movers Church did a $1,000 scholarship. Revise LLC, which is out of the industrial park, they gave us $5,000. That's 5 scholarships that they gave us. We have a former board member, Polly Burned Patterson. She gives us a $1,000 every year for her Daniel Byrne Scholarship Fund, because Daniel Byrne was an educator, and she's, but every year, and she lives in Pennsylvania and has for the last 10 years or more, you know. Arvin Steel and Services gave $1,000. Moni Township, we gave, and I'm Moni Township Supervisor, we gave $2,000, so that was 2 scholarships. Homewood Disposal gave us $500, so I was able to combine that with some of our savings and give a $1,000 scholarship is partially in their name. And, you know, it's just gratifying every year to be able to read when I ask for applications, one of the things the kids have to do is they have to do a little essay on why the scholarship would be good for them. And some of them are sad, some of them are really inspirational, but it's all very interesting, and they do put their hearts into this, and they're families that really, really need that extra little help. And not all of them are low income, because, you know, the middle income people are sometimes harder to get, you know, to gather the money to get their kids in college and to stay in college. So, but I just wanted to let you know that, because this is always one of the fun nights that I like to do. But I've been all day at this, so I am going to go home. So good night.
And thank you. Let's give that young lady a round of applause. All right. The last item, 51C, discussion of agreement for contractual services with the Illinois Association of Chiefs of Police to conduct an assessment center for the position of Deputy Chief Police. Questions? No questions? All right. Okay.
Only reason why I'm making a comment is that sometimes if you're going to be making promotions within a department, I will say that as chairman of the Police and Fire Commission, I kind of ran into that situation when you have known somebody for a while. And if you make a promotion with these officers, some of them may feel that the village manager may be biased or don't like me. So it's always good to go to an independent source, because I did that for the sergeant's test. So your sergeants now, your sergeants now was from my ICOPS test. And so when I talked to Ms. Scott, I told her that, you know, look, it removes you from the equation. So I think it's good because it also removes any board member from the equation, so no one can say that an officer was, you know where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, sir. Absolutely.
So
all right.
Yeah, I just wanted to comment that I did the same thing, but it was with ICOPS testing in 2015.
Awesome. Thank you. So we no problem moving that on. So we're going to move on to our last general public comments. All right. Yeah. No. Sarah Boyd.
Hello. I just wanted to comment that I hope that we're not going to be taxed out of our home with the Park District. And I was wondering why we hadn't seen a rendering of the Park District being proposed. And I just wanted to make it clear to the village here that the Aqua Water settlement did not come from the mayor. It came from the class action lawsuit. I know you sent out all those letters, and I don't understand why, but I thought it was a little disingenuous.
Okay.
Okay. The one thing I like to say, there's always a side of this board over here. Never have heard them say nay to anything that you brought up. I just don't understand that.
Progress for people.
Is that progress?
Progress.
I just don't believe that you're making every decision is perfectly right. They never question anything you bring up, but it's always I. So I don't understand that. Maybe there's got to be a benefit in it. Maybe it's those signs that has to go in the yard at voting time. Maybe it's those pluggers that have to go out to the homes. I'm not sure what's going on here. I would like to see some independence, and I'd like to see them bring up more activities for the community. Last year, Ms. Fulcher brought a whole list of summer activities for the children. This group over here voted it down. So our kids had no activities last summer. So I don't know what you got planned for them for this summer, but I certainly hope you got something good planned for them. Another thing, the young lady that brought up about the young men walking around here with guns in the community, just slandering them. Have you been able to deal with that officer, captain? And I feel like you're going to be a great captain here because I hear your voice, I hear your concerns, your organization sounds like it's quite good. So I hope you can last being a good fellow. Okay, thank you.
And you know what? I customarily don't respond, but I just got to tell the truth because when people come up to the podium and make such irresponsible statements who do not have a clue on what they're speaking about and to divide the community and give them misinformation, because I've never seen any of those people in the courtroom or any conferences regarding aqua water. And I'll tell the residents again, for the fact there were 136 residents who filed a class action lawsuit. In reality, through the grace of God, we were able to intervene and get in. Otherwise, just those 136 people would have gotten the lawsuit. So if you want to ask questions, because your time's up, it's my time now. It's my time now. So let's talk about the process. Let's talk about the 2017 and the 2018 process, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to continue moving on because we're not going to be tainted by the past history anymore of bringing in illegal water systems without board voting action and all that stuff. So don't taint a good thing for the rest of the community. Thank you so much for your comment. The next person will be Deborah J. Stroud.
Turn me around.
Deborah J. Stroud, please.
I'm gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, walking up the freedom land.
Yeah, just tell the truth to the people.
Good evening, everybody.
She bought it. Talk to her.
I'd like to make mention for those that may recall when Craig Martin was police chief in University Park. This Saturday was his wife's homegoing. I saw quite a few University Park residents, but I'd like to pay condolences to those that were not at the service. It was a beautiful service. Being of Creole descent, if anybody's familiar with the second line dance, where they have the parasols and they play the band, that was an awesome, awesome homegoing. Secondly, for those viewing especially, since the present are so dense, just want to remind everybody tomorrow, University Park Library will be having our annual masquerade ball. So, I know I had asked trustees last year to wear their gowns. I didn't. But I'm just saying, don't keep saying there's nothing in the community free. The library has a masquerade ball tomorrow starting at 6:30. It's free 99. Okay? Everybody have a good evening. The rain, we're all going to get out there in that, but be safe. Hope to see you all tomorrow.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless. No, you're not. The first one, you had your public comments. First one, second one. Anyway. This will be the last comment, but you know what? I'll tell you what. Come on, you can have your last 3 minutes of fame.
Hello, everyone, again.
Because there's only one signature
I would like
on
to
there.
thank our police chief for what he's bringing. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate what you're doing. I'd also like to give the condolences to the family of one of our veterans, true veteran, that passed away 2 weeks ago. He had a heart attack, and we had the funeral last week. And that was a very, very sad. He lived in the village for many, many years, but we are saddened by his passing away. And his name's Mr. Tennis. You don't know him, yes. I'll give you his information. Okay, and also the people, they did, I don't know if people voted for this with this time, that this is really sad. Again, I don't know why we're so hell-bent on this park district, but regardless, it's here, but it doesn't have to be a cost. It could be for free. And the thing I said last time, one of our trustees, Sonia Jenkins, came and told us about this. She did it for you and got all the names and showed us who really signed it. But my thing was, on that, the people wanted it, but you think, this is the thing that I don't understand. Our previous administration is pushing this, but when the TIF comes and they start splitting the money, guess what? We're not going to get as much money in the village as we got before, because now we're going to have to split it with 7 people. So now we have 7 taxing bodies. So the village will get even less money. And I will not let this go. I'm going to take this to the highest of highest, because we can't afford this. And again, I will say, I have helped people, even on this board, to make ends, help them out financially. And there are people that are hungry, and then I'm helping them, and I will continue. But God bless these people, but God will have the last answer.
Well, thank you so much. Is there a motion? Yes, sir.
One second.
One second.
Mr. Hold on.
Ms. Morgan, public comments over. Go ahead, Chief.
I just want to say just one quick thing. Everybody can help me with a favor. Okay, I've been in law enforcement for 34 years now. If you come across or if you find out that someone has passed and they were a University Park police officer, administration, can you guys give me the email, because I would love to send their family flowers on behalf, because if they served our community, we need to honor them. So if you can just shoot me an email or let one of the officers know and they'll get it to me, because I would like the family to know that if they served here, that they're still not forgotten. So I would like to send flowers to whoever it is. That's all I just want to say.
Thank you. Is there a motion? Go ahead. Motion second. Go ahead.
Wait. Hello? Okay. From our newly formed park district, they have baseball registration. It will cost $25. You can register at Village Hall. It's open Friday, May 15th. It ends Friday, May 29th. And they have the Pinto, Mustang, Bronco, and Pony. And it's a skill training clinic. Will be hosted Saturday, May 30th. And games will start June 1st. Also, I want to make a comment about, I feel that this park district is important for our community, whether we didn't want it, but it's here. So we have to do what's right by it, and we have to watch it. We're gonna do right.
You don't.
I don't know what he's doing, but I don't believe so, because it has not formed yet. But the thing about this is that we need to unify. We gotta come together. We have to.
Thank you. All in favor? Let's go. Aye. Opposed? None. Good night, everyone.
You should have let her talk.
No, she didn't talk. No.
You should have let her talk.
You know what? You gotta stop